Mario Montana, sea of the land, and it brings you good luck and good fortune to eat it.
Liar.
Just do it. You're getting. What happens when?
Classic Dixie. Do we have any dino nuggets?
Ew!
I threw up.
That was not good.
It's a very dramatic scene.
No.
Yeah.
Christian almost puked. You have a child. What do you think is gonna happen?
You up here.
I wish I had like more time. Cause imagine if I hit 100 mil a year after hitting a mil.
Was the 95 not enough for you?
Well, I was just like saying like even number.
Well,
into this video of the D'Amelios and James Charles having dinner with a chef, and I've seen lots of comments from Dixie saying, like, just kind of being really combative and bratty towards people who had criticisms of the girls. There's a chef making them food, they're being really disrespectful, just spitting out the food, and they're 19, they're young, but I do think since they are role models on such a big platform, they should be called out when they need to be humbled a little, because you see this happen all the time. People get really famous, a lot of followers really quickly. They think they're entitled to 100 million. They complain that they only have 95 million followers. They complain that they have a personal chef, and it's just unbecoming. And I don't think it's something to be embarrassed about because they are young girls, but to be catty and bratty in the comments when people are just like, hey, we're kind of like, this isn't cool behavior. It's just trying to help them learn. And ultimately, how is it that James Charles is the victim in every single situation? That's it. I've never heard of someone so innocent and just always the victim. Don't you ever put me in the same category as giving someone death threats. I have never given someone death threats ever. The people, as Prez Hilton said, that are giving people death threats are young kids, people 30 plus, 40 plus. We're on here giving y'all some constructive criticism. James, you ain't gonna last. You are the next Tyler Oakley going into obscurity real soon because you have no humility. You don't take any accountability. You keep going around, walking around with no masks, slapping with people with no masks, endangering so many people, and you're always the victim. Oh, you're stealing designs from people? I'm the victim. Oh, you stole a makeup look from someone for your palette? I'm the victim. The only time you've ever been a victim is when your parents allowed you to be friends with a middle-aged woman. Now Charlie is the underage victim to you, James.
I didn't want to respond to this because I didn't want to give Trisha the attention that she's clearly craving. However, I've now been accused of being a child groomer, and this is not an accusation that I'm going to take lightly. To insinuate that the relationship between Charlie and I is anything other than just a friendship is absolutely disgusting. I don't need Charlie, and Charlie does not need me. I became friends with the D'Amelio family as a whole very, very early on because this was all very, very new to them, and I wanted to be a friend and a mentor in any way that I possibly could. And Charlie and I, despite not being the same age, had one thing in common, which was coming to the spotlight at a very, very young age. This is something that Trisha has never experienced because the only reason she is in the spotlight is because she has said racist things. She said the N-word, she's done blackface, she offended the trans community, she offended the DID community, she said Hitler wasn't that bad of a guy, voted for Trump, and has started a fight with about every single other creator on this platform. You are in no position to be talking about me and my career, so I highly recommend that you stop starting fights with people that are half your age, pack it up, and work on holding yourself and your best friends around you because they and you are the problem.